Hello.
Hi there. How you doing?
Good. I'm good.
Good. What's going on?
I like your professional setup in the
You
background.
know, I
Like
got
a business meeting or something.
you remember when they sent me the notification, right?
Uh-huh.
They were like, I have to, you can't wear certain things. So
Right.
I got to look professional and, just to make sure that, it's presentable. How are
Right.
you doing? Oh my goodness.
I'm good.
I
I'm good.
completely forgot. I didn't know how to show my ID and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, Andrew should have told you.
Oh, he did good. He tried. I think he did well. He tried. He tried. So what? Oh wait, I didn't lose you, did I? Oh, okay.
I'm still here. I can still see you.
You can still see me?
I can still see you.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I actually had an exam today,
How did it
so
go?
I think it went well. I tried to do the math because next to each question they had the points, how much each question was worth. So I tried to do the math on my own, and if my calculations are right, it should be like 91, 92. So
All right, state your name and age and date and all that kind of stuff. Well, they had to check
yeah.
my ID, so you tell me your ID as well. I mean, we got to do it both ways, right?
Right. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, if we want to do the blog, we can do it
yeah, let's
like
do
this.
it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Not right now. I'm saying in the future. In the future.
Let's do it. Do it. What?
Remember, I gotta have your questions in advance, so I know how to answer
So
them.
I can ask you a few questions now. And every time you call me now, you're going to be my little. So it's not for the blog. It's a podcast that I do every Saturday. It's called Woman to Woman, right? And
Okay.
it's for the church. So it's religious. And it's really connecting with women all over the world.
Okay.
But it's mostly talking about everything really that concerns women, but from a very biblical perspective, right?
Yeah.
So that's it. I have never talked about you on air.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm so super grateful that you would even be willing to get on the screen since 16. This is my second time seeing you in person. And I was looking forward to coming there yesterday. I was looking forward. I've never been to a prison. So I know. I'm terrible. I wanted to at least come there, see the condition, I'm part of a women's group at the church. One of our things we should be doing is prison ministry. We should be going to the prisons and other things. So I figured it would be a good opportunity to really come out there to see you, but I know they kind of changed it. So everybody, this is just a precursor to future conversations. I don't want to mention your name. You tell them your name.
My name is Austin Ahimbisibwe. Obviously, I've been locked up for about 5 years. This October made it 5 years.
Now, don't make me stop crying, okay? Don't.
Oh, I won't. Don't worry. I won't. Don't worry.
Okay.
The beginning was kind of tough, but after 5 years, you adapt. You know how things work, and you basically find your way, and that's kind of what I've done. So instead of going with the norm and getting distracted by the stuff that people are doing here, I try to figure out what's gonna help me beyond these walls, obviously. So whether it's school, my education, my health, anything that can develop my mind and help me become a better person while I'm in here for out there is what I try to do. So yeah.
What did you eat today? I ask that darn question every time.
Okay. What did I have for breakfast? We had pancakes.
Okay.
But those little ones that come out of the little defrosted pancakes.
And how do you warm it? How do you get to warm it and all that stuff?
You don't.
You don't?
So they'll make it in the kitchen and they'll deliver it to us because we're in a pandemic. Usually we'll go to the chow hall, and we eat it, when it's warm. But since we can't go and congregate together, they bring it to us in trays, and by the time they bring it to us, it's cold. So you can either wait to your reg time and heat it up, or you can just eat it. So yeah. And then for lunch, it was peanut butter and jelly, but that's whatever. And for dinner, we had, they call them burgers, but they're just defrosted, pieces of patty. I don't know where they get them from. So yeah, those are my meals today.
Do I have permission to
Sorry?
ask you certain questions?
Sorry?
Do I have permission to ask you certain questions?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
What haven't I really asked you?
What haven't you really asked me?
I got you thinking, huh?
What haven't you asked me?
What hasn't Abina gotten to ask Austin yet?
I guess something we haven't really gotten into is, mental health. I know that's something big.
Okay.
We talk about my family constantly. You know that they're good. But we talk about my plans for the future. What my game plan is.
Yeah, I'm working on the nonprofit with you, so I kind of know that that's there, and you're gonna start the podcast as well.
Yeah,
right?
No, I'm talking about like plans for the future. Hopefully, I get home soon. Those kinds of plans.
You gotta stop saying hopefully, because we're praying for you, right?
Right.
And so no, we haven't gotten into in depth about the future, what you want to do when you come out of prison.
Right.
But and this is Hagerstown prison, right? Is it a state prison?
Mm-hmm.
State, right? Are they treating you well?
I guess.
Is that officer standing behind you? Is he still standing there?
No, he's not. No.
So he just came to check my ID and then went back.
I guess it depends on the day, the week, the month. But
how are you? How are you? Now let's talk about your mental health. How are you?
I'm a lot better now. I mean, I have my moments, and those moments mainly apply to, why I'm in here, my son Hudson. But as far as dealing with prison itself, I can handle that. But that's the whole point of me, trying to do the foundation, because I can't talk to the kind of people that I need to talk to in here. So I figure if I can help other people, that's something,
And that is in previous, I would say, not previous, in post conversations, I want us to really talk more about the foundation, right? And all the things you want to do, because I'm so proud of you. It's very odd. It's not always that somebody gets sentenced and the whole courtroom stands up to root for you. And that was what happened in your case. Everybody was telling you how much they love you. And I know this was a really tragic mistake, but I hope you still know how much you're loved and how much we all care about you, right?
I do.
You do know that? You believe that though? There's one thing knowing and there's one thing believing. Do you believe?
Yeah, sometimes I don't understand it, because, it's just one of those things. And if the roles were reversed, I don't know how I would be, towards you guys, but you guys have definitely shown me, and you remind me all the time that you do love me. So it's impossible for me not to know.
You cannot forget that, and just so I want to clarify for anybody that I'll play this back to, you are not American, you are African. Yeah. African first. And you come from a very good, noble family. I wanted to clarify that as well. When people hear about somebody in prison, they think, oh, some riffraff, whatever. No. Do you want to say a little bit, tiny bit about your family, your background a little bit, where you come from, all the countries you've lived in?
Sure. I was born in Uganda, lived there for the first 6 years of my life. And after that, I started traveling basically all over the world, because my mother worked for the State Department, meaning that we got to live, first place we lived was the Philippines for 2.5 years. Then we moved to Nigeria for 3 years. Then we came here in the U.S. for 1 year, 2007. And then we moved to Brazil for 1.5 years. after that, I stayed in the U.S. because my father worked for the Civil Service, State Department, but the Civil Service, whereas my mom worked for the Foreign Service. And I decided to stay. She continued traveling with my other brothers and sisters, but I decided to stay here. So African/American, the actual definition of African American, you know?
That's right.
But if we were to be more specific, Ugandan American.
Look at you.
Yep.
You know, I still remember the first time I walked into the place of work and I saw you there, and you and your buddy, Ricardo, buddy. You know, I have to call him because he's been an amazing friend to you. And like it's that kind of brotherly love that he has never. I don't think whatever happened to you changed how much people feel about you, right? Apart from a select few, but I think we all realize how easy it is for anybody to make such a stupid, tragic mistake. It could happen. It could have happened to anybody. And you were serving a 40-year sentence?
Yes. Actually, it's 30. It's
30?
They gave you 40, but with 10 suspended, so
10
30.
suspended? Okay.
Yes.
Well, do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
Yeah? The last time I prayed with you, you were like, you've never prayed like that before.
Yeah, and like that I meant like on the phone or openly with someone. Usually I try to, do my prayers on my own and try to figure them out. But even then, I'm Catholic, so our prayers are very
important. Okay.
Yeah, structured.
So are you staying out of trouble? I know you've always stayed out of trouble, and you have a blog as well. You have a blog, and I'm going to share the blog again. I have to share it for more people. I've had you talk to a couple of friends of mine. I was going to get my mom to talk to you and Samuel to see you, but they are somewhere else, and I don't want to cut this call. They didn't know, because I didn't know we're still going to do it today, and Andrew texted me this morning, hey, hits up. Austin says he's going to call you. Can I tell you that you have the most amazing brothers and family members ever? They're good.
Yeah, they're definitely great.
They're good. They're really good. They're good. Andrew, I'm so proud of him and everything that you're doing. So let me go take you back to my first letter to you, huh? You remember that letter?
Definitely do. I definitely do.
Where is it? Where is that letter?
I still haven't. I actually have a binder, like a big binder.
A lot of people write to you, huh?
Too many. Yeah, so
too many.
All the letters
Did he say too many? Because
all
of the blog too. I think
received,
people read your blog and they're very touched by it,
Yeah. Again, sometimes I don't understand, but I have to remember that there's still humanity, people don't see things as black and white, and you guys remind me of that all the time. So yeah, I definitely still have your letters, and there's you and one other person who will put like Bible verses in their letters. So if you're trying to figure out something that's going to help me through certain situations, and I'm lazy and I don't want to look for it on my own, then I'll just take out one of your letters.
So you wrote to me first. The first time you wrote was you. Were you scared?
Yeah, I don't know.
What did you think, though? How did you think I was going to perceive it? Because your letter was like, I think you didn't even know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, usually once someone reaches out to Ricardo or Andrew or, my other siblings or other friends, and they say that they want me to write to them, it's kind of easier for me to go ahead and do it. But if I'm writing to someone and they're not expecting it, then I'm, I kind of stop myself. But, even with you, I don't know. I don't know how I wrote it, but I did. I knew you'd be so understanding, so yeah. I definitely had to write it.
Yeah. You had your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
I think that's the part that really upsets me. And have I cried on the phone with you before? No, because I don't want you to go back and cry. But I know. It's the part that upset me, because you're what, 24 now? Or 20?
I'm 7.
Oh my gosh! It's what, 5 years already?
5 years. I was 22 when I first got locked up. 27. Yeah, it's been a while. Been a while.
Where would you have been by now?
I don't know. Probably a minister somewhere in Uganda. I don't know.
Fire thunder, you. Oh my God. I think it's that part that I think about that really, because I know you and Ricardo were like, teach me what you do. And I got a chance to train Ricardo 3 years later. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. At the other project. And I think seeing him and not seeing you there was reality check for me. I was like, wow. Yeah. And I pray one of the people I carry in my spirit, I carry you in my spirit all the time. I've asked God to show mercy, and I really hope that you do believe that God is merciful. He's a merciful God. He's a merciful God. It's unfortunate that we have to pay for the consequences of our actions, right?
Right.
But I've also seen where when there is true repentance, which is you from the get-go, this was this. And I share this because a lot of immigrant families are here, right? Trying to do the best they can for their children. And I feel like Satan is doing also his best to try to wipe out the destinies and the future of our men and our boys. And you are a reminder to me every day to not stop praying for my son and every other young man out there, because Absolutely. I have to repeat this. You don't come from some riffraff family. You come from a very prestigious, noble family. And what happened could just have been by the devil. Satan is a mastermind to try to wipe away. I mean, your brothers work for Fortune 500 companies. It's not, this is the way you have to be. And I pray that you don't for a second accept ever in your mind that you're going to be there for long. You see, the mind is a very powerful thing. If you can mentally transform and say, listen, every time you go to bed, you see yourself outside running your foundation, living your life, getting married somewhere. I told you I'm going to be at that wedding with my house is going to be like so big. I will be out there. I think about all the possibilities that's awaiting you in the future. And I cannot wait to be out there in front of that Hagerstown prison holding my placard, holding my megaphone so big, like, yes, he's out. Oh God, I kind of imagine that day all the time. I play it back in my head all the time. And sometimes it's like torture for me, but it's okay. We have to have hope. If you can think it, there's a scripture in Proverbs 23:7. It says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." So if you keep thinking you're in prison, of course you're in prison, but your reality does not have to be what your mind can do, because it's your mind is going to transform you there. So every time I pray for you and every time I talk to you, I'm more like, and then somebody will think I'm a hopeless, somebody just hoping for something that cannot happen, but it can happen. Because I have seen the mercy of God in my life and so many lives. And if there's anybody that deserves it, it's you.
Thank you. I definitely believe, and I definitely do pray as well. Unfortunately,
it's our time.
Yeah, you heard him?
Yeah, time is up.
He said time's up. Okay. I love you.
Oh, this is awesome. I love you more. I love you more. I love you always, Austin.
Yeah, this is an awesome video chat as always.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually have them every Monday, 3 times a month.
Okay.
So we can do this Monday again if you want to.
Yep. And then when you call me next time, we'll probably have another topic and something to talk about.
No problem. I love you. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
I love you more. What are you going to eat?
That burger sandwich that they made. I might have some oatmeal, but other than that, that's it.
Oh, boy. Try and enjoy it either way.
I will. All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.